Tonight, we are giving the WBAI President's Award to Kate Conway. The WBAI President's Award is given to a person who has exhibited extraordinary commitment to the WBAI and all of its members at large. I've known Kate since we were 14. We were freshmen at St. Ignatius College Prep. I have always admired her, but it wasn't until I was starting law school and she was graduating from law school that I really started to realize what a force of a human she truly is. After passing the bar, Kate was hired at the law firm of Power, Rogers & Smith. I was privileged enough to have been a law clerk during my second and third years of law school. And so I worked with her many days. And Kate is the real reason that I am involved within this organization and that I'm the president now. Kate encouraged me to apply. I made it onto the board, and it was an incredible experience. Her presidential year started during the pandemic. We did our initial swearing in over Zoom, and then we did our video program, I think it was in September of that year, because nobody knew what was going to happen. We were kind of living day by day at that point. I said this then, and I truly believe this now. I think that Kate was the perfect person to lead this organization through COVID. So when I think of somebody who has exhibited an extraordinary commitment to the WBAI, Kate was the first person that came to mind. I want to acknowledge everything that she's done.
My name is Corinne Cantwell-Heggie. I serve the residents of Cook County as a circuit court judge sitting in the First Municipal Division in the eviction section. I have been a longtime member of the Women's Bar Association of Illinois, and I was fortunate enough to steward the organization as its president from 2019 to 2020. You know, I've known Kate for so long, I can't remember the first time I met her. It was probably at a Women's Bar Association meeting, and had the opportunity to work with Kate. Kate is a deserving recipient of the President's Award, not only for her work to steward the organization during her bar year, which included the COVID factor, but for all of the time, talent, and treasure she's given to the organization in her ascendancy to the presidency, and continues to do so to this day.
My name is Caroline Gallagher. I am the current First Vice President of the Women's Bar Association of Illinois. I am a partner at Coogan Gallagher. I met Kate very early after I came here from Ireland. When I didn't know anyone in Chicago, I joined the Women's Bar Association to try to make friends. And Kate was one of the first people that I met. And frankly, she's the reason I'm in the Women's Bar today, because she encouraged me to get involved. When she was becoming president, she encouraged me to get on committees. And I didn't think that I was qualified or worthy, maybe. And Kate always encouraged me that I was, and that my voice was important. So she gave me the confidence to get more involved and eventually run for the board. And so I have a lot to be grateful to Kate for where I sit today. She's a phenomenal trial attorney. She has amazing results. And so she's just someone that is very generous with her knowledge, with her time. I have never reached out to Kate with a question that she hasn't been able to answer, or if she doesn't know the answer, she will definitely put me on to someone who will give me the answer. She's a mom of 2 little kids. I really look up to how she makes it all work with her very busy job and her very busy life. And I'm just really happy that we can acknowledge all of the work she's done for not just the Women's Bar, but the legal community in general.
I'm Michelle Kohut. I'm a partner at Corboy and Demetrio and a past president of the Women's Bar Association. Kate, being sworn in as president at the height of the pandemic was not an enviable task to take on. Like the class act that you are, you handled the challenge seamlessly and with grace. From hosting board meetings remotely to the larger receptions, they went on without a hitch or a glitch. I hope you're a part of all that you have accomplished during such an unprecedented time, and know how grateful the entire organization, judiciary, and legal community are for your leadership and guidance. Thank you.
I'm Sarah King. I'm a partner at Clifford Law Offices. I am the outgoing president of the Women's Bar Association of Illinois. I think we probably originally met through the Women's Bar, and then shortly after that through the Illinois Trial Lawyers Association. We became close through that also. Well, I can't think of anybody more deserving of this award than Kate. I was on the board at the time she was president, and I got kind of a first row seat to her leadership through the whole pandemic. So it certainly was a curveball for everyone. It was incredible to watch and really kind of guided us through that entire process as a board. And we came out of it stronger than we were before, both in our membership, our fundraising, and then also close as a board. She really just pivoted and pulled off a great virtual event. And I believe it was one of the first virtual installation dinners for any organization in Chicago. So it really was sort of a springboard for other organizations to look at that platform that she developed, with our guest speakers, having it be parts of it live, parts of it pre-taped. And it was really fun to watch. But to think of it as something you do in addition to being a full-time trial attorney doing plaintiff's work, which is what I do, which is what she does. And it's an incredibly demanding job. So to add this to your plate and to pull it off in the way she did is really inspirational. And I was able to watch that and then really think about her during my year, when you're prepping for a trial, but you're also planning the judicial reception and you're trying to plan the golf outing. You're adding that. And it takes a level of organization and dedication that is Kate does naturally. So I thank her for that type of leadership. She's certainly one of my role models when it comes to leadership work within the bar organizations.